Every year, Wuhao play with wood in spring and fire in summer. But this year, I decided to do something different because it was the fourth interpretation of spring. Every year, we play with spring, and every year people say, oh, how can you do something new? So how can we find a new way to interpret spring? This was the question. This year was like a very special year because it was the third birthday of Wuhao. We started in 15th of June 2010 and we celebrated the new installation on 15th of June 2013. So I said, okay, let's give a new interpretation, and this new interpretation is a spring to summer installation this year. So I invited different designers to articulate something around this idea of nature. So nature and technology, nature and architecture, nature and resources, nature and human being. So how we create a relationship and interaction. As a part of this celebration of nature, I invited three kinds of people. The first one is brands. So we celebrate this relationship about the nature and the resources with Smith & Nobu. I met Benoit, the founder of Smith & Nobu, and I was very interested by the storytelling existing around his brand and about his very sustainable development oriented focus. So he selects some yak horn and water buffalo horn from Tibet, from South China. All the leather he's working with are from Kashgar. And they're all sourced in a very sustainable and ethical trade idea. They do everything with a very, very special care to the craft. Everything is handcrafted with more than 30 operations for one pair of sunglasses. So I was very happy to welcome the brand and to welcome also the Shefu. So another very important collaboration this spring was the collaboration with Ma Yang-song. This was a dream since I created Wuhao to work with Ma, because his project for the Hutong bubble and etc. was one of my inspiration source when I started Wuhao. Ma Yang-song created this Shangshui City project, which is the idea that we don't have to push people to go out to the countryside, but more we have to really reintegrate the nature into the city and to change the behavior of the people and to really create an harmony in between people and nature. And so the Sereyuan are exactly what the people in the past created. So Hélène is the last and very beautiful encounter, and it's just the beginning of something with her. So we start a project which will last 1 year and which will come to a new collection of body extension jewelry for Beijing Design Week 2013. She studied in St. Martin's in London, and she used to work with this movement which is called biomimicry, which finds the intelligence into the nature to reinvest this intelligence into the industrial design. Her approach is also so poetic and very kind of magic. I said, okay, do you want to use the garden? And she said, okay, let's go for the garden. And then we play with this idea of this tectonic of the wood, the movement. And all the species are heat, light, moisture, dryness, sensitive. So it's all the time ask a question and let the design give the response. I think people were very happy, and they came and they see the garden, and I think that all those people that really feel what can be the relationship in between the nature, the garden, the city and the people.